See, 2020 was crystal clear vision. And I'm gonna talk to you a minute while I walk and go get a water out of this fridge. Cause I just came across a video that I'm about to review, okay? Now it's a 19-minute video and I hadn't even listened to anything from it yet. Yes. I need to put more water in here, bro. I keep putting water in here and it keeps... Oh no, hold on. I know I ain't drinking water that freaking fast, bro. No. I didn't plan on having to fill this thing back up with water again. But there we go. Alright. Now this video is dealing with prophecy, okay? But this video just fell into my lap. So I figured I'll review it. I'll review it. So y'all gonna be hearing it the same time that I'm hearing it. And I ain't got no notes or nothing like that. I'm just gonna jump in once I feel the prompting and the leading by way of the Spirit. First, I'm gonna read to you their synopsis, but give me a minute. I want to drink some of this water. Hold on. This was uploaded January 10th. Alright, and it was just recommended to me by YouTube. Alright, everything seems to be falling off the tracks lately. The housing market is melting down, but home prices continue to skyrocket. Financial markets are in panic mode. Businesses are shutting a large number of stores, cutting jobs, and struggling to stay afloat. While the average American is seeing the cost of living rise past their purchasing power. While the average American is seeing the cost of living rise past their purchasing power. At the same time, living conditions continue to worsen for many of us. Let me read that again. Businesses are shutting a large number of stores. The businesses are cutting jobs and struggling to stay afloat. While the average American is seeing the cost of living rise past their purchasing power. At the same time, living conditions continue to worsen for many of us. Who is speaking? Do you think that this is a so-called black American that made this video right here and put this synopsis? I can pretty much bet your bottom dollar that it is a European, okay? This is from a European mindset, okay? But yes, they're absolutely right, okay? But they're telling you their circumstances. At the same time, living conditions continue to worsen for many of us. It is the affliction upon the Gentiles, primarily, because their time is up. So you're about to see predominantly these judgments come upon Europeans. That's just because of ratio, okay? They have been on a pedestal. So you're about to see them come crashing down. All those that will refuse to humble themselves and come down off that pedestal, their damn self, if they don't climb the hell down off the pedestal that they were born upon, they're going to be knocked down off that pedestal. And we're all going to see it. The whole entire world is about to see the humiliation. Bruh, these self-righteous Europeans are about to be humiliated. Big time, okay? They're going to be shame-faced, okay? This is not hate speech. I am about to give you the prophetic word, okay? Based upon this video, 20 signs our society is rapidly deteriorating all around us, okay? This is the name of the channel, Economist, alright? Now, let me go ahead and continue to read a synopsis. He's got kind of a long-ass synopsis here. But I may not read it all. But I am going to read this other little part right here that caught my attention. How can our society evolve if more than half of its citizens can't afford somewhere to live? More than half of its citizens can't afford somewhere to live. The December Housing Affordability Survey found that 55% of Americans can't afford to buy a home at current prices and interest rates. Meanwhile, 62% of renters are concerned about their ability to pay rent. Look, they're feeling it, okay? Because before, see, understand what time we're living in, people. Understand that while they were trampling us and not giving us any deals, under the table handed deals to the Europeans over here in the Americas to set them up nicely and generously, okay? And they got to live deliciously upon our detriment, okay? Upon downtrodden us, they got to live deliciously, okay? And all these nations got to partake of our downfall and our destruction for hundreds of years, okay? So they had a hand up, they had several hands up and legs up, okay? They were given things that we were never given, okay? Now, because their time is up, now they're starting to see how they're losing their benefits. They're beginning to see how they're losing their blessing, okay? It's becoming crystal clear. It was crystal clear vision in 2020 when they took away your freedoms. Those that claim to care about you. Those that have the power to poison your food and your water and mandate things to you. That's who you have trusted in. These same people demanded things of you. That is now becoming very clear that it was not for your health or for your safety, but that it was to your own detriment. Okay, to your detriment. Alright, and I know I can't say much on this. I ain't even mentioned a thing. They better not mess with me, man. Alright? I'm still beating around the bush. I'm just saying the nitty gritty without saying the thing that I'm talking about. Okay? But you get what I'm talking about. There's things taking place on the earth right now, all around us. But many people are only looking upon the surface. But it's deeper than that, okay? Now, I ain't speaking hate speech, and I ain't speaking nothing dealing with your medical history or whatever, okay? Bruh, I'm straight giving you the word by way of the Spirit, okay? And I flow by way of the Spirit. I didn't plan this audio. I just came across this video a few minutes ago. Okay, and as I was reading the freaking synopsis, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know I'm gonna have a lot of utterance for this, okay? So let me just go ahead and play this.
Everything seems to be falling off the tracks lately. The housing market is melting down, but home prices continue to skyrocket. Financial markets are in panic mode. Businesses are shuttering a large number of stores, cutting jobs and struggling to stay afloat, while the average American is seeing the cost of living rise past their purchasing power At the same time, living conditions continue to worsen for many of us. This is one of the craziest economies of all times, and our entire population is paying a hefty price. Today, we've decided to compile several indicators that show why the fabric of our society is being ripped apart before our eyes, and also why so many absurdities are happening right now. We really hope you watch until the end, because we've got a lot to cover in this video. Before moving on, we kindly ask you to support our work with a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Without further ado, here are 20 signs our society is rapidly deteriorating all around us. 1. While millions starve, corporations throw tons of food away every day. Although 1 in 7 U.S. households is scrambling to pay for food right now, a study by the California Integrated Waste Management Board discovered 63% of the average supermarket's waste stream is food. This comes out to 3,000 pounds of wasted food per store each year. In other words, corporations prefer to put food in the garbage than donate to charities or even lowering prices at their own stores.
Bruh, how is that righteous? Explain to me, you self-righteous Christians out there. Bruh, oh my gosh. I just can't. I can't with you, okay? And I'm not trying to insult nobody, okay? But many of you are so high up there on your high horse. You're up there on your high horse, okay? How is this righteous? Do you think that the Messiah would be pleased with this? But yet you say you serve the Messiah? Why are you listening to the very people that would rather do this? They would rather throw out food than to give it to those in need. Didn't the Messiah tell you to take care of the needy and the poor and the sick and the afflicted? But is that what your government is doing? Is that what these corporations and these CEOs of these million-dollar, billion-dollar corporations are? Is that what they're doing? No, it's not. It's about selfishness, okay? And I've seen it my whole entire life. I could never understand how this could possibly happen when there is a loving power out there, okay? I was raised in a dang church. I've always believed in the Most High power. I used to call him God, okay? Because I had no real understanding. It was all what I was taught since birth, okay? Christianity and the God of Christianity. But I was always talking to the Most High, my power, the all power of love in life. I just didn't know it, okay? See, I've always had the type of heart and a type of spirit that was connected to the all power of love and life, okay? Though, yes, I've done a lot of sin in my life, but at the same time, I've remained pure in heart, okay? It is about the heart, and my heart was never corrupted, though there was bouts of time to where I was angry a lot, okay? I didn't know how to control my emotions, okay? I couldn't explain why I felt the way that I felt, okay? But the Father, through the love that He's shown to me, the Father, Mother, the love that I was shown from the all power of love and life, loving me, and explaining to me why my life was the way that it was and why the earth is in the chaos that it's in. Like, why is there starving people? Like, how this happened, okay? Now I have understanding. Now I know that those that then set themselves up in authority over all creation and all humanity took for themselves the claim of this earth. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Can you not look around and see that now?
To make inventory move faster. 2. The rate of consumption of unhealthy foods is staggering. Data from the National Center for Health Statistics reveals that 37% of all Americans eat fast food every 24 hours.
That's crazy! That is crazy. Do you know back in the 1920s and the early 1900s, there were hardly no obese people, okay? The 1800s, the late 1800s into early 1900s, even until the 1920s and whatnot, you didn't see many obese people, okay? When I look back at some of these videos on YouTube, and they're showing like 1920s remastered freaking video, okay, of a bustling city, you know, just people, you know, going about their business. There were hardly any obese people here in America, okay? Because it's about America. This was by design, people, okay? Understand that these fast food restaurants, whether they're serving you vegan or not, it's not for your benefit, okay? No, it's to the benefit of those that set themselves up in authority over all creation and all humanity, okay? They've been poisoning your food. They've been poisoning your drinks, okay? They've been putting abominations in your food and drinks for a long time now, okay? Putting metals in your candy that your kids are eating, okay? Literally poisoning you all the way around through your diet, what you drink, the air, okay? Your clothing. Everything is pollution, okay? Your eye portals, okay? They're polluting your mind by what they showing you on tele-vision. And these movies that have gotten way graphic when it comes to violence, bruh. I can't even look at, I have to turn my head on some of these movies that I've seen. These newer freaking action movies where it has a lot of killing. Because, bruh, it's like, who the hell wants to see brains, like, sprayed out on the freaking ground, bruh? Like, I never understood that. Like, you ain't gotta get that graphic for me, okay? I don't need to see brains splattered out on the freaking ground, okay? I don't need to see it. I don't need to see brains splattered against the wall, okay? In freaking high definition, okay? Like, what is the purpose of that, bruh? That's literally to desensitize you, okay? Whether you know it or not, it's traumatizing to watch things like that. You're traumatizing your spirit and you don't even know it. You're desensitized. You're allowing your spirit. And when you play these video games, those of you that are, you know, gamers, okay? So you watch these bloody, gory-ass movies. Then you play these bloody, gory-ass video games. Bro, you're literally suppressing your spirit. You're diminishing yourself, okay? And it's like callousing. You're having a calloused heart, okay? It's creating a calloused heart. Do you not understand that? This is how you get cold-hearted. This is how you start to reject everything that is of the Father, everything that is pure, everything that is love and patience, okay? Everything that is divine, okay? You begin to crave the more wicked, all right? Because that's what you fed yourself, okay? Now let me get back on track.
That's about 84.8 million adults eating fast food every day. health officials warn that too much high-calorie fast food can lead to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other health issues. But many people note that their long-hour shift at work prevents them from cooking at home, while others simply can't afford healthier options.
And see, why is that? Why do they make it so cheap for you to buy your fast food and kill yourself? And why are they making it to where you gotta work all of these long hours so you ain't got time to seek the kingdom of the Father, Mother, and all of their righteousness so that all of these good things can be supplied unto you? How come the whole entire world is about following the ways of this world? Go to school for freaking 12 to 18 years or so. Then get out of that and freaking get a career. And work freaking 50, 60 freaking years. Okay? Like 40, 50, however many years you freaking work at your career. Spending all your time, energy, and effort trying to get the gain of this world and honors and glory of men. All for what is all trivial, okay? And it ain't gonna amount to anything but your destruction, okay? But no, somebody like me that pretty much shunned all of that, except for the fast food. I fell into that. I was obese my damn self. I didn't understand from a child, from a young age. I always dealt with my weight. I had weight issues, and it never dawned on me that it was because I was eating dead bodies, and the Father never gave it to us, okay? I didn't know that. And I ain't give it up into 2019. Okay? September 11th of 2019. Then for a good year, I ate a lot of eggs and cheese. Okay? Potatoes, fried potatoes, alright? And cheese. I ate the heck out of freaking cheese. Even though I wasn't eating the flesh, I ate a lot of cheese, bruh, and I was still drinking creamer. I was getting my coffee from McDonald's, getting like 10, 12 creamers in it, okay? So, bruh, it is a freaking process. It's not instantaneous, okay? Once I began to awaken and hearken to the leading of the Spirit, then He began to work within me, but I had to make the choice to listen and obey. Okay, that's where it begins. This whole fast food diet that most people are eating daily, this didn't come from the Creator of love and life. Do you know how these animals are being treated in these slaughterhouses? You're eating tortured, mutilated bodies of these animals that suffered, okay? He gave them the breath of life and He blessed them. He told them to be fruitful and multiply, but you have no thought for their life. You have become desensitized, okay? You have become cold-hearted. You're cold-hearted towards your neighbor. You don't want to treat your neighbor the same exact way that you would want to be treated. No, you want to hoard from your neighbor.
3. The cost of basic foods is now out of reach of many Americans. With the price of vegetables rising 38% in November alone, and jumping 80% since the same period a year ago, there's no wonder why so many people out there are only buying cheaper staples or eating fast food. Given that the supply of vegetables is still low nationwide, price instability is expected to persist in the months ahead. 4. The highest paid employee in nearly all U.S. states is a football coach. According to federal data analyzed by USA Today, in 40 states, football coaches have the highest salaries amongst all public workers. Even though they can help sports teams to generate funding for colleges from merchandising, ticket sales, and an increase in enrollment numbers as the team win trophies, how can we justify that someone like Ed Orgeron, head football coach at Louisiana State University, earns $4 million annually,
That is insane. And if someone is earning that kind of money, why in the hell is there poverty upon this earth? That means that this Ed Org, whatever the hell his name is, this LSU football coach, earning $4 million per year. Like, how many years has he been earning that, bruh? How many years has been? And yet there's homelessness. There's starving people. He is going to answer for this, okay? All of these people that is living lavishly upon this earth while those around them are suffering, they're going to answer for this, okay? There was only a certain time limit for you to be able to do this capitalist society, okay? As you see, it cannot last forever, all right? Over 55% of the population here in America can't afford to buy a house, okay? Over 60% can't afford to pay rent, okay? That's insane. That's absolutely ludicrous, okay?
30 times more than the state governor, John Bell Edwards' $130,000. It's literally taxpayer money. In South Carolina, the disparity is even more pronounced as Clemson football.
Wow, bruh. Wow. Dabo Sweeney, Clemson football coach, bringing in $9.3 million annually per year. The median household income in dollars is $50,000, bruh. I ain't never even seen that in a year. Okay? The most I have ever made in a year was about 20,000 or close to about 20,000 or so, around about. That was the most I had ever made in my life in a year. Okay? And that was just 1 year. The majority of my life, I've made under 15,000 per year. This is when I had all of these little, mediocre jobs in order to just sustain my damn life, okay? I didn't ask to be born on this earth, but yet I had to freaking pay in order to live on it. It never made sense to me. And it used to piss me the hell off, okay? In all honesty. It's not right, bruh. It's not right. When the earth provides for the creation, okay? The earth provides for the creation, but you get wicked people that then set themselves up in authority over all creation and over all humanity, and they've taken control of all the resources, and they have delegated it back to the people after poisoning it, and they're selling it to you, okay? It's rightfully yours. It's right. You have the right to water, okay? You have the right to land. You were freaking born on this earth, okay? So you have the right to land where you should not have to pay for land. You were born here, okay? It's asinine to have to pay another mortal in order to live on the earth in which you were born. Okay? I am not the one that's crazy here. Everyone should have a roof over their head to cover their shame. Everyone should have enough food to eat. No one should be starving to death. Okay? That is a clear sign, a crystal clear sign that those that set themselves up in authority give not a fuck about you. Okay?
Coach Dabo Sweeney takes home $9.3 million every year in comparison to Governor Henry McMaster's relatively measly $106,100. By contrast, workers that serve the public every day, like teachers and nurses, make $42,507 and $65,090 per year, respectively. With so many problems plaguing our society, we definitely think that taxpayer money should be used more wisely. 5. More than half of all American workers earn less than $31,133 a year. Almost 133 million workers make less than $15 an hour, according to a study by Oxfam America, an anti-poverty advocacy group. It's shameful that at a time when many U.S. companies are boasting record profits, some of the hardest working people in this country, especially people who keep our economy and society functioning, are struggling to get by and are falling behind, said Caitlin Henderson, the study's author and senior research advisor at Oxfam America. It's been almost a decade that wages fail to keep up with the rate of inflation, and as interest rates continue to soar, we will see our purchasing power getting increasingly lower. 6. 1 in 4 adults is still living with their parents. Property management data found that 25% of millennials are currently living with their parents. Millennials are those between the ages of 26 to 41. So the fact that 1 in 8 moved back in with their parents in 2022 is quite distressing. According to the report, many cite high rent, money concerns, and job losses as the reason why they're living with their parents. For those who said they can't afford rent, 91% said they would move out if they made more money. Unfortunately, most jobs out there are low-paid positions, and it's extremely hard to live on such a limited budget. 7. People are getting sucked into their smartphones. We're spending less time focusing on real life and constantly zoning out by checking social media, playing video games, and online shopping using our phones. And
see, this ties to what I was talking about the other day, and how you surround yourself with all of these trivial things of this world. You never give yourself time to meditate. You never give yourself time to think. You never give yourself time to seek out the all power of love in life. You're spending all your time, energy, and effort sustaining your life. And then all the other free time that you have, you want to use it in entertainment, okay? That don't give you hardly any time to seek the all power of love in life, so that you can grow spiritually, so that you can wake up out of this false reality. But no, you look down at me and you call me crazy because I can see.
A Ravine Study published by Tech Jury showed that the average U.S. adult logs 6 hours and 43 minutes of screen time daily. Wow. For American teenagers, the average is even higher, spending approximately 9 hours a day in front of screens. 13% of millennials spend over 12 hours on their phones daily, while baby boomers spend around 5 hours. The average person checks their phone roughly 63 times per day. This means that many people are literally choosing to spend a quarter of their day in a virtual world, and certainly that's not a good sign. 8. People are struggling to put a roof above their heads. How can our society evolve if more than half of its citizens can't afford somewhere to live? The December Housing Affordability Survey found that 55% of Americans can't afford to buy a home at current prices and interest rates.
Bruh. Yeah, we went over this in their synopsis. So you can clearly see that these people don't care about you. Okay? It's all about their profit. It's like as if they're not rich enough. Okay? You had the queen that done passed with freaking, she's sitting on trillions of dollars worth of gold, bruh. How in the hell is that righteous? How in the hell is it righteous for the Pope to be living so lavishly with chairs, thrones made of gold, while take taking donations from the general public that's struggling to make it them damn selves in order to feed the hungry children of Africa. Like, that's always, I could clearly see when I was younger, and it didn't make sense to me. And I'd be like, why? I don't even think I could form the question though. You know, but I seen that something was messed up about how this dude in all his robes and royalty and all that is taking donations from the general public in order to feed the starving Africans. Like, why don't you take some of your wealth and feed the starving Africans? It just, bruh. I really hope that those that are meant to see and hear these words through this willing vessel will hear and see and receive it. I'm just doing my part. I'm just doing my part. Okay? Just doing my part. That's all I can do is my part. Okay? And there's a reason that the Father rose me up to do what I'm doing. Okay? Because I'm a living witness. Okay? I am a living witness. As I am currently struggling. Okay? I'm currently, again, going through the fire. Now, I said briefly on a previous video not too long ago, I think it might have been the last one or the one before that, I don't remember exactly, that I'm sharing my place again, okay? Now, it's not going to be for too much longer, but it's been, close to close to a month or so. I think altogether it'd be about maybe a month and a half, I don't know. But, and that's no problem, okay? I don't mind it one bit. I am the one that offered, okay? But I am going through resources again, faster than normal, and I don't have income, okay? Went to the store the other day, and also I had talked about having $31 on my Cash App and $1.72 in my bank account on a recent video, okay? Well, I was wrong about that $31 on my Cash App, and I didn't know that until the other day when I went to the store, and I tried to get some things that I needed. I tried to get Tiggy a huge bag of food. That was like, almost $12 for that. But it was a good deal because it was 6 pounds instead of 3 pounds. So, anyway, I ended up having to put that back because for some reason it wasn't going through on the Cash App. Now, the Cash App said $31 on there. Okay? And, I thought it's strange. And I thought, well, how do I still have $31 on here? I thought that it should have been lower than that, but it wasn't. And so, like, for a whole week, it stayed at $31, okay? So I thought that, maybe someone else donated and just didn't, update to who donated. I didn't know. I didn't know why it was saying $31, but I was trusting that I had the $31. But sure enough, after a few times of trying the card and bringing up the app on my phone, seeing $31, then all of a sudden, I get like a notification from Cash App saying transaction cannot be done or something like that. And then all of a sudden it refreshed the Cash App and it said $8 and some change. Okay. And at that time, I had talked about the things that I needed. I had gotten everything that I had needed except for the body wash, the bath body wash stuff, okay? And so anyway, long story short, I had $8 instead of the, I think, five that I was supposed to have, like $5 left over in case of any of like an emergency or something. But anyway, it was $8 because I hadn't got the body wash yet. So I had to put the cat food back, the huge bag of cat food. Couldn't get that because I didn't have enough, because the bill, I think, came up to like almost $20. It was 19 something. And I thought that it should go through out of $31. But yeah, seeing that it was only $8 on there. So after taking off the cat food, which was about $12, that left just enough to get the body wash, bath stuff, and the peroxide. I got a bottle of peroxide. Alright, so I'm down to $1 on my Cash App. I still have $1.72 in my bank account. And it's been $1.72 in my bank account since, I believe, around November 2nd or so. I forget how long. But yeah, I hadn't been able to, like, what the hell am I gonna get for $1.72, you know? That's not even enough to get a freaking bus pass. So, I'm trying to see exactly when the heck this $1.72, how long it's been in there. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I was actually correct. Okay, so November 1st, I had 441. Okay, and I had 441 for a while as well. Okay, and I've been, updating this on my channel, because this channel is about my life and about my my circumstances that I go through. Okay, so as of November 2nd, it's been 172 in my bank account. Okay, today is January 13th. Today is January 13th. It's 4:23 p.m. by my computer, which is Eastern Standard Time, but for me is actually 3:23 p.m. Okay, and I've been uploading a couple of melodies. Yesterday I think I uploaded 2, and today I uploaded 3. And I have so many more, bruh. And I also need to go ahead and compile the video for Thoughts After Meditation. Okay, I got a lot of work to do on my plate, and I've been doing it. Let's see. The next melodies I'm probably gonna put out, which I need to get rid of these because I already did these, is the I Am Pure Passion, We Reap What We Sow, That's What You Did to Us. Then Melody Plus Thoughts, I Can't Wait Till I'm in the Spirit. The Righteous Ones Will Rise. And then I have that audio, Thoughts After Meditation, which was recorded on 1/2/23. So I have plenty of work that the Father has given to me. But like I said, I'm just flowing by way of the Spirit, and came across this video, and I don't want this audio to be too long. And it doesn't need to be, because look, bruh, we don't gotta watch this whole video in order to understand and see that we're at the time of the end, and that the time of the Gentiles is over. Okay, they are just confirming what we have been bringing out. Okay, they're confirming it by their own words. They're feeling the stress and the tension of this society come upon them now. They're no longer in their blessing. Okay, you Europeans, do you hear me? You are no longer in your blessing. Okay, the average Europeans, you have lost your blessing. Okay, now the wicked that set themselves up in authority over the whole humanity and all of creation, they know that is over. They already know it's over. And they know that they're about to be, the 70 shepherds are already they're being wiped out now, okay? That's why many of them are running and hiding in their freaking bunkers, okay? And they plan on leaving you to fend for yourself, okay? And you got many of you self-righteous Europeans that call yourself prepping and all of these things. Like, you are not going to be able to prep for what is coming for you, okay? The only thing that you can do for yourself is humble yourself and repent and do your best to repair those that your forefathers and you have trampled all of these many years, okay? Yeah, I'm speaking to all of you self-righteous Europeans out there that got your freaking hundreds of $1,000 homes, okay? And you got hundreds of thousands of dollars in the freaking bank, okay? You don't need or want for anything. I'm talking about you that have your abundance, but yet you're starting to feel the pressure of these raising prices, skyrocketing. The only thing that you can do, you can't fight this, okay? The only way that you can fight it, well, the only way that you can save yourself from it, because you can't fight it. This is prophecy unfolding, okay? And it's going to happen. It's going to intensify, okay? This is prophecy. Understand that this has to happen. The economy has to crash. And the only thing that you can do for yourself is to humble yourself, repent, and restore his servants. Okay? And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end it. We only needed to get about 732 in this video. Okay? I ain't got to listen to the whole dang thing to understand that their time is up. I just wanted them to confirm it out of their own mouth, okay? Majority of Americans say they're worried about being able to pay for housing. They're worried that they can't even afford rent, okay? Homelessness is rising. It's on the rise, okay? Starvation is on the rise. This is a crystal clear sign that those that set themselves up in authority over you never meant you any good, okay? Their time is up. And all you wicked, all you capitalist mentality people, your time is up. Either you humble yourself or you're about to be humbled, okay? On that note, shalom.